What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Doing something a little different. I'm going to start doing some reviews that aren't entirely just wrestling. So today we're going to be taking a look at the MAFEX Avengers Infinity War of Loki. Season 2 got me all hyped for this figure, so I figured I would pull it out of storage. This has been in storage since February of this year, and as you see, it's got a little box damage to it, but the packaging is insane. Looks good. Nice action shot here. Him holding the Tesseract. Then a nice little classic Loki standing pose. A nice display of all the accessories on the back of the figure and the head sculpts. And then the same pose over here on this side. So let's go ahead and crack this thing out of the box, even though it looks like it's already cracking out itself. And we will take a full review of the figure. And just like that, we have the MAFEX Loki out of the box. Before we get into all the accessories, let's take a look at the figure overall itself. It comes with a nice wired cloth cape, which just is not much detail to it. It's got the frilling at the bottom, but that's just because of the wire. I don't even want to move it that much. Like, I like it staying in that regal stance. As far as the face sculpt goes, that is Tom Hiddleston up and down. I think it captures his look there. I really would like to have a TVA or like a Loki series Loki instead of, you know, Infinity War, where he kind of got. But the detail on the figure, even though it's like dark green and black, you can still see the subtle differences, and it really pops. He has the gold emblem on his chest. I don't recall what that actually is supposed to be. Pardon my ignorance. The shoulder pads from the cape going over, it looks very nice. Obviously, you know, the articulation at the top here has the double joints, one for the head and then one for the neck itself, so you can get insanely good range of motion. And then just pop the head back on there. You don't want to stick it out too much because it will have that type of look to it, and you really don't need that. So you want to have them in more of a menacing type look like that. But the same details carries down to the legs. Not as much details, that's fine. Those pants were kind of bland. Am I tripping, or is one arm longer than the other? No, it was just the way I had it positioned. Okay. Looks really good. I wish there were some more gold highlights besides just whatever these are here on the forearms and on the gloves. And there's nothing down here. I guess the buttons at the top, but I do think it looks good. He has great range of motion. We expect this from MAFEX. I mean, just look how far he can actually like get back there, go all the way around, no problems whatsoever. Pretty good articulation at the waist. As you see, he can lean down about that much, which is, I mean, you're not gonna have Loki in like real action poses anyway. And due to the rubber crotch piece here, he can get his leg up about that high. It does look a little wonky in the back, but it's because you're having the hip kind of bulge out, but it does work. You can get out about that far, which isn't overly impressive, but still a little impressive. And he has the drop down hips, which I got it to drop for one. I got it to drop for this leg, but not this leg. So maybe I'm tripping. It just doesn't drop as far. Huh, that's weird. But the detail, I keep popping the head off. Forgot how delicate you have to be with these figures. Oh wow, this head's popping off way too easy. If this one doesn't scratch the itch that I need it to scratch, I might be switching over to the Muff Toys TVA Loki, because I've heard really good things about that one. I can't even get it to stand, and I don't know if it's just me being dumb or if it is the diorama base that I have. But that is Loki. Let's get into all of his accessories. Of course, he comes with a sinister smiling head. See if we can get that to focus a little bit better. Not too well, but you kind of, the smiling head kind of loses it. There's a scuff on the forehead right there. The sinister head kind of loses the likeness, in my opinion. Not the biggest fan of that one, but that is just my personal opinion. Let me get these tweezers over here to the side so we can pick up some of these real small pieces. This is his one hand he has for holding the Tesseract that he comes with. This is obviously a right hand. You hold it like that, put the Tesseract in the hand, just like that. Then, naturally, if you're going to have a Tesseract holding hand, you have to have a Tesseract, which, I don't know if I can get this around there. as you can see, is pretty transparent, or translucent rather. You can see through it, but not 100%. Like you can see the orange tweezers through the back. That's actually pretty impressive. I do like that a lot. He comes with another set of hands. The MAFEX figures always come with so many hands. So you have the weapon holding hands, I believe these are. No, these are just closed fists on the figure itself already. Go ahead and get him to stand again. Oh boy. It'll probably do better on a harder surface. And then you have sword holding hands that come on this little stand here. They all come on stands, the pairs of hands. So sword holding hands, which we will see about those in a second. Then you have just kind of relaxed open hands. Wow. And so MAFEX hands do not have necessarily ball joints. They mainly work with just friction of sliding on there, and you kind of hope it just, wow, my hands are too big for this. You kind of hope they just stay on there. So you have those relaxed hands, which look good. Then after that, you have, I don't know what you would really consider these. The other ones are more open. I guess these are even more relaxed, like hands down by your side like that. I don't know. But it is, once again, another option for our Loki. Because he's not, like, battle crazy or anything like that. So you wouldn't expect too much. And then we have the splayed out hands. Which, you can put these on there if he's getting slung around by Hulk. Because that seems to make the most sense. And then let's go ahead and cut real quick, and so we can take a look at the weapons. So Loki got real sword crazy when it came to Infinity War, but mainly in Thor Ragnarok. So he comes with these, I don't know 100% what to call them. I'm gonna call them daggers, and just roll with me here. These nice, really detailed, I don't even think I'm gonna be able to properly show that. Really detailed daggers. Have pretty good simple paintwork on them, but they look really nice. He's got two of those, one for each hand, of course. And then he has two shorter daggers, or longer knives. I guess a dagger is a long knife. But, those are the blue design. And they kind of have like a little indentation here at the top, but that's how they were. But I like this figure a lot. We need to compare it to other figures in other properties, or maybe something that he would come in contact with in Thor. We'll go ahead and compare him with the TVA Loki. I like this pose, so I'm not going to take him out of there. But I do like the likeness and overall the look of TVA Loki a whole lot more. Then we're going to compare him to Thor from Thor Love and Thunder. I don't like Thor having that much size on Loki. I know they are around the same height in person. I think maybe like an inch or two between them. But it does work to make Thor look even bigger and badder than he actually is. So there is that. But I do know in recent times MAFEX has started to scale up a little bit more. So I think if we got another Loki released, then we wouldn't have such a size discrepancy. Because, like I said though, Thor is a larger character. But let's take a look at a standard sized Hasbro figure. And this time we have Snake Eyes. And as you see, he is scaling very, very well with the Marvel Legends series. Or the G.I. Joe Classified. But it also seems to be scaling well with Marvel Legends. I think it could be a little taller, which you can use the drop-down hips to make him a little taller, because Tom Hiddleston is one tall son of a gun. I'm 6'6". I took a picture with him. Dude's got to be like 6'3" or 6'4". And then our last comparison, we're going to do my custom Mezco Blue Spirit from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ah, man, them small feet. That's what I like so much about wrestling figures. They don't have the tiny feet like that. And as you see, maybe my Blue Spirit custom's a little big because it's supposed to be a teenager. But Loki is a little on the small side. So Mezco typically runs a 6.5 inch scale. Marvel Legends typically runs a 6.5 inch scale. Wrestling figures are mainly a 7 inch scale. We'll go ahead and just compare one since I have one here on the side. And yeah, Dolph is putting in about the same size as Thor here. Yeah, so this Thor figure is very, very large. But Loki looks small. You put this figure on a cool throne, I think it would look really good in your collection. But that is going to be it for today's review. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.